Hello, Matthew Kopka, 105 West 8th Street. So I'm hoping to get a little bit of information and maybe shed some light on why this has gotten so far as it has. So first of all, I'd just like to say I understand the struggle that you guys are all going through of trying to attract high-quality development and high-quality businesses to the area, hopefully to create, as Mr. DeMarco said, kind of this this waterfall effect of high-quality development and high-quality retail. It's because we need to start, increasing the tax base. So I'm glad to see that there's some sort of effort to try to bring high-quality development here. And from what I've seen of Park Bayonne, which is the same developer as this developer, I've only seen a couple photos, but they seem to be putting in high-quality finishes, which seems to be a very good thing. And I'm glad that this is, hopefully no more than 10 stories and not 30 stories like they're doing all over Jersey City. However, my main concern here is about transparency, because I do think that is lacking. I think someone earlier had alluded to the fact that there's bad communication between this council and the people. And I don't know if anyone remembers, but the meeting on June 17th, Mr. LaPalooza so kindly went on his Facebook page and asked everyone to come out and voice their opinion on this development, at which point you, Mr. Drowski, shut them all down and said, you should come to the planning board meeting or you should come to the next meeting, and I don't want to hear about it here. Okay?
No, can I just correct that? I didn't shut you down. I shut them down, yes, because it was not a hearing.
Look at his page. He asked everyone to come out to speak on the development. A council member asked people to come speak on the development, and they weren't allowed.
He didn't ask, well, I don't know what he did, but he should know the protocol. The protocol is that you don't speak. This is the time when it's, because you haven't had the information yet.
Yeah, well, the people were there then, and they pay the taxes, and they wanted to know.
Well, we want people to be informed when they speak, because there was no information disseminated to the citizens. It was only going to be assigned for hearing today, and that's when you have a hearing, that's when people speak.
And this plan, which had a draft out of June, it had a June 9 draft on it, so that was available at the 17th. So there definitely was a lot of information for them to learn from. But I don't want to get caught up on this tangent. What I would like to do is try to understand why this is being fast-tracked and some information about who's behind all this. So, Mr. DeMarco, is Michael DeMarco your brother?
He is, sir.
Yeah, okay. Just to preempt you on this nice little Mac Cali Futures ruse, because I do my homework, John Cali is also on the advisory board of Mac Cali. Yeah. Brent Cali, who formed Cali Ventures, was an executive of Mac Cali for over 20 years. Cali Futures is headquartered in a Mac Cali building. And so I would like to understand maybe from the people on the council, has there been any discussion? First of all, have you guys known all these facts, that they're housed in a Mac Cali building, they're essentially related companies under common control, with a company run by Mr. DeMarco's brother? And it's not to point fingers and make a ha-ha moment. It is, what is your process for conflicts? Did you guys even discuss this conflict? Yeah, did you discuss it? Was there a process?
There is no conflict, sir.
Okay, there's no conflict.
Okay.
So, first of all, you should have recused yourself. And second of all, I'm asking the council, okay?
He doesn't vote.
So, what was your process? How about this? What is your process generally on conflicts of interest?
Excuse, what is he going to recuse himself from? He doesn't
from participating in pushing a development by people who continue to be affiliated with his brother's company.
He doesn't vote. He's not voting on this.
Yeah, but he's probably the most critical person up here on this stage in terms of shuttling this through the council. And I don't think anyone's going to dispute that. So what I'm asking you guys, please, is please explain to us, the people, so we can have faith in our public officials, what is your process for conflicts of interest? How do you identify them? Did you guys do any sort of study on, are there conflicted parties in this transaction? Did you say, therefore, if there are, what are we going to do about it? What did you guys do about it?
There's no conflict of interest. He doesn't have a vote in the matter. He doesn't vote.
Okay, so the business administrator who administrates the business of the city has no role in this matter?
Sir, first of all, let's be clear. All right, my brother got appointed to the position. My brother got appointed to the position in June. This application, or the idea by Mr. Lucarelli, who is the primary driver behind this.
Mr. Lucarelli is a construction guy. John Cali is the primary driver behind this.
This was in April, prior to my brother even being appointed or being named. Okay? John Cali, my understanding, is a potential or possible financer of this project. He does not work for Mac Cali.
He's on the advisory board of Mac Cali.
My brother,
he's compensated by Mac Cali, a public company.
He is not. It's a non-compensated position. It's a non-voted position. He is on the advisory board. He does not work for Mac Cali. There is no Mac Cali interest or Mac Cali properties in Bayonne currently. There are no requests for Mac Cali. There are no requests for Mac Cali to build anything. There is no personal financial interest.
Yeah, there's a request of Cali Cali Futures, as I said.
There's no personal financial interest that my brother or any other family member would gain by...
Okay, and this is by...
Sir, let me finish. Okay? You keep cutting me off.
No, don't finish. I want to hear how you can answer whether or not you're conflicted. I want to hear how you can answer whether or not you're conflicted. I think these people should be evaluating whether or not you're conflicted.
You do keep interrupting him, you realize that.
You realize, you asked a
After
question.
you said you wouldn't.
Go. Proceed, Governor.
There are no financial benefits to myself or any of my family members with regards to whether this project passes or doesn't pass. Mac Cali is a large company, as you indicated. I think their corporate profit first quarter this year was $153 million in one quarter. 88 units in Bayonne is not where they develop, nor is what they focus on. You're aware of that. And to insinuate that there is something untoward or something that is illegal or going on in the scenes, I find somewhat offensive, sir.
Okay, well, I think what the people out here find offensive is the pervasive culture of back-scratching and corruption that is very apparent in Hudson County, New Jersey. So it should be upon all of you to dispel these myths, because the appearance of impropriety often is just as bad as impropriety itself. So, rather than getting up here and getting offended, I think you should guys maybe focus a little better on explaining to the people how you guys have gone through an exhaustive and reasonable process to arrive at the conclusion that a company that has at least 3 or 4 ties to Mr. DeMarco's brother is allowed to shuttle an expedited process and then come back at the apple with an abatement in a couple months. So, like I said, I'm a huge fan. I'm a real estate lawyer, right? I'm a huge fan of quality development. But what I'm saying is I don't feel any sort of sense of the council. It's all the impression I got is, how do you shut people down, right? Rather than, how are we going to do a great job and serve these people who are taking their tax dollars and paying? So I think at first glance, the fact that I was able to just dig this up myself today should have hopefully clued in a couple of the council members who should have been doing even much deeper diligence, such as looking at the limited partnership list of the special purpose vehicle that's going to be investing in this project and say, let's make sure that there aren't any conflicts here. So my question to you all is again, for probably the 4th time now, what is your process to identify conflicts in these situations?
Sir, I believe every council member was aware, or I advised them of my brother's appointment. They were made aware of that.
And then
we are obligated on a yearly basis to fill out financial disclosure statements that are limited to immediate family. So like I said previously, I do not benefit financially or any which way with regards to this project.
Right.
Nor does any member of my family, extended family, brothers, cousins, uncles, sisters, or aunts.
And I will ask now for the 5th time, what is the process the council goes through to identify conflicts?
We just said it, and we
You
he
listened
made
to
us
Joe
aware.
tell you, hey, my brother's not conflicted?
Yes, I did know his brother was on there, and like I said, it was already
Did you
a
know Cali
project.
Ventures is headquartered at a Mac
It
Cali
was a
building?
project before his brother was appointed to
And he is
the
appointed
position.
now, and now he's conflicted.
It's still not conflicted.
All right, well, I think the point's been made here. I think it's pretty clear that you guys have a lot more work to do, and I hope that you guys will actually take that time to do some diligence on this process, rather than try to explain away, oh, you weren't at this meeting, oh, you weren't at that meeting, oh, you didn't phrase this question well, you didn't phrase that question well, and actually start doing the hard work that these people need, which is to bring high-quality development, high-quality businesses, and an increased tax base to this area. So that's all I have to say.